Welcome back to our SketchUp Pro tutorial series, and we are looking at our Harley Plan Set 9 project. This is a one-bedroom house, and in this video we're going to take a look at materials. So far we've only done materials for the outside. We haven't really messed with any kind of materials for the inside, and so that's what we're going to kind of remedy in this episode. Right now, the only flooring we have is the actual concrete foundation. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of separate out using the tape measure the different areas of the house. And so for the kitchen, living room, and hallway and little closet, we're going to put in wood flooring. We're going to do some tile for the bathroom, and we're going to do carpet for the closet, bedroom, and office. So to go ahead and get started under our tags, I'm going to actually turn off the cabinets and the closet. We're going to use the tape measure in order to tape out some of the areas so that way we can see kind of where things are. So I'm going to create a guide there. I'm going to create a guide here. This one we can take all the way to the edge. Same thing with here. I also need to create a guide right there. Next, let's turn off our walls. Let's take the rectangle tool, and we're going to create our carpet. With that, come in here with under your materials, select carpets, fabric, leather, textures, wallpaper, and we're just going to go in here and put in some sort of kind of neutral carpet. So I'm going to use this carpet plush charcoal. With this, we're going to have that shimmering. It's because we have a pure flat face on top of another group. And so what we want to do is we just want to come in here, pull this up, and just do like 0.1, and that will fix that issue. We can come in here, let's turn back on our walls, and now we have that part of our project. Right here, I'm going to add in about halfway point. Take your push-pull tool, pull that up, hover over the carpet there. Take our eraser tool and erase that line. So that is our carpet. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for our wood. Take our tape measure. I want to create a guide right there. I'm going to create a guide right there and create a guide right there. So let's turn off the walls. Take our rectangle tool. I'm going to first create that little segment. Then we'll create this little segment. Let's erase our guides. Let's turn back on our walls. We need to fix this part. So again, take our rectangle tool, draw in the rest of it. I want to zoom in here because we do have that little lip right there. We can do the same thing here. erase it. Okay, everything else looks fine. Next, we're going to take the push-pull tool. We're going to pull that up, inference that other face to make sure that they're kind of the same. We're then going to do a wood texture, and we're going to do one of these flooring. You have several different options. We have this right here. We have a parquet floor, and we have that right there. And so probably going to kind of do that one right there. Yeah, and we'll have it going vertical like that, as that's the longer part of the room. Lastly, let's go ahead and turn off the walls again. We're going to create our rectangle. Make sure that when you're doing this, make sure that you're getting that lower corner right there, not the top of the flooring. Create that part of the floor. I'm going to take my rectangle tool, and we do need to cut out this part. Push-pull tool, pull that up, and inference the other floor. We're then going to create some tiles. And we can do any of these tiles. So whichever one we want. If we don't like the size of the tiles, we can go in here to edit, and under our edit we can actually change this texture to be kind of whatever we want to. Same thing with the carpet and the wood. If the width of the wood is too much, go in here and edit. We can shrink it down a little bit. We can colorize it. So if I wanted this to be more of a gray, select texture or color, we can change the color of it. We can go in here, let's kind of whiten that up a little bit. We can, instead of 1 foot, let's go ahead and do maybe 10 inches. See how it creates a smaller. Right now, each one of these are almost 3 inches. Just to give you an idea. If you wanted to make sure that this was realistic, you can come in here. That's almost 3 inches as well. So just kind of so you can kind of see how you can adjust all of the textures. Once you're done with that, we're going to bring back our walls. And there we have our flooring. Let's come in here with the selection tool. Let's triple click on all of these. Right click. We're going to make that a group. I'm just going to add in another tag and put in flooring. The main reason for this is that just in case we have different versions of the flooring, we can go in here and really quickly turn on and off different tags. If we have different setups for everything, like we have an interior design, we're an interior design firm, we have different floorings going with different versions of the house, etc. Next, let's go ahead and go into our NT info, select our flooring, change that from untagged to flooring. Just to make sure that everything turned out like we wanted to, turn off the walls. and then turn off the flooring, and hopefully we selected everything and everything turned off. On the outside, what we're going to do is we need to edit the group. If you had it locked, make sure you unlock it. Anytime you're putting in materials, you want to make sure that you're inside that group. That way we can specify what's going to be where. For the outside, we have several different options. So we go to the brick, cladding, and siding. We do have brick and everything. We do have some siding. We also have, let's see here. Yeah, so we'll go with that. And oh, here we go. And then, so we have some siding, we have stucco. So we have different options available to us. I'm going to do a cladding side white. Go in here and put all that. If it didn't come out like you wanted to, for example, if we needed to adjust this, we could right click, go in here to texture and position. If you do not see this texture option whenever you right click on the texture, it's because you did not place the materials on or inside the group. That means you place the materials on top of the group. So you will not see that. So if you don't see the texture, that's why. You need to undo it, go inside the group, and then retexture it. But with this option, we can come in here and we can reposition the texture. We can rotate it. If we, for example, if we're doing wood texture and we wanted the grain to be rotated, that's how we would do it. Come in here with the rotate, and we can rotate it around however we want. But we can come in here and move this around. If we don't like the way it lines up, hit enter. And now if I change this one to make it seamless, I can hold down Alt, I can select that texture, and now I can come in here and change all of these other sides to make sure that it matches what we changed with this one. Let's bring up our roof. We're going to do the same thing. So let's bring in our roofing. We have several different options. I'm just going to go with the basic shingles asphalt. And again, if you go in here and you don't like the textures that are available to you, you can bring in your own textures for your projects. The only thing that you need is to make sure that they are seamless. If you're trying to do something like the floor or roof or something like that, you want seamless textures. There's also possibilities of like one-off textures, but for most of here, you're going to do seamless textures. So you can come in here and click on the options there, and you can come in here and add in your own collections. You can also change the thumbnail options of how you're viewing all the textures. But this is a way you go in here and you can add in your own textures, especially if you're going in here and you're going to take these projects and move them over to like Unity or something else. So we want to make sure, again, we go in here, edit group. We're going to place in our texture. If you do not like the way the texture is, so I want to go in here and reposition this and to where it's that bottom part is right at the end. Hit enter. I'm going to hold down Alt, select that texture, and then I'm going to actually place it on this other side. Didn't really work out this time, so I need to reposition this one. And for this part, I need to go in here and I need to rotate this texture. And I'm just going to completely redo it instead of trying to hold down Alt. So let's go in here and we'll try to line up these edges kind of best we can. Let's go to the other side, do the same thing. Hit enter. So now we have that. With the roof done, make sure that, again, your tags is updated with the flooring. If you can then go in here and take a screenshot with the roof, hide the roof, and take a screenshot with both the carpet, wood flooring, and the bathroom materials. Just make sure that it's zoomed in enough to where you can kind of see the bathroom tiles. In our next video, we're going to fix up some of the doors and do some last minute things with our project and start working on creating our different scenes for the presentation. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for more episodes in this playlist and on the channel.